Welcome back to The Price of Business. I'm your host, Kevin Price, talking to you about you and your business. Going to spend some time with my friend who has a great company here that he's involved in called V's Barbershop. We're delighted that we were able to be a part of it. Bryant Pryor, and the head of the Houston Energy Corridor, and it's a phenomenal experience. It really is. It makes the barber experience or the haircutting experience move from a utility thing you do just to not look like a bum into a real, almost like spa experience that it's just really phenomenal. And we for one, at The Price of Business, were delighted to be a part of the grand opening. And I wanted to get Brian back on to talk about the grand opening experience. We love doing that together. And also just to talk about how things are going since then. And just also to get feedback on how much you enjoyed us being a part of that experience with you as well. Good to see you, Bryant.
Good seeing you too. The grand opening was pretty much a success. It was phenomenal. We had a great time. We had, of course, you guys out there talking to a lot of the fan base and the listeners. We also had Top Golf was out there. And everyone that I spoke with and those customers that came back later said they had such a fantastic time, especially the prize wheel and the face painting and those things that we did for the children and for the community in the area.
Yeah, I had one of my friends won a year of haircuts, so that was cool.
Yep, no, the giveaways, people love those. We had several of the 1 year free haircuts. We also had several of the art of shaving kits that we gave away for those that want to kind of learn the process of staying well groomed, because it is an everyday event, especially for those of us men that grow beards. It does take a concerted effort beyond just the in between maintenance that you might get when you come to V's Barbershop over in the Houston Energy Corridor.
Yeah, absolutely. So how are things going after your grand opening?
Oh, things have been going great. We've been growing steadily. The grand opening event helped to, catapult at least our recognition in the surrounding neighborhood, so that the people knew that we were there. Of course, we, also had the gigantic mobile cigar lounge that was out there. That was a very large bus, so it kind of attracted some attention. For those that didn't know about the grand opening, they saw this large vehicle out there.
People at Kroger's or wherever, and
just kind of walk by just to see what was going on. And so that additional foot traffic has also helped to increase people's awareness that we're there. We're in the Houston Energy Corridor, and we're happy to be there and happy to be servicing the community.
With in light of the fact there's only a couple of these in the Houston area, you're also kind of a destination location, aren't you?
Yeah.
People are coming out of their way to check it out.
Oh, I think so. We definitely have some people that come from far and wide, as far away as Pasadena, and of course as close as right around the corner.
Yeah, so absolutely. So I think it's phenomenal. Give us a little history on the concept.
Of course, like we talked about the last time, it was established back in 1999. Mr. V or Jim Valenzuela was kind of he is the founder and the CEO of the organization, and at the time, there was something missing in the barbershop experience. I think that it went from a nostalgia, more Cheers-like atmosphere to I just come to get my hair cut and move forward.
Utility.
And it became a utility and a chore. And so he saw something, and he wanted to bring back that experience, not only for himself, but for his sons. And I think we have a father-son experience that we would like to share with those dads out there. And then we also like to share that experience with other men and women that care about being well groomed and understand that it's not just a utility, but it makes you feel good. It makes you look good. And if you feel good and you look good, you do good.
Yeah. Talk a little bit about the Price of Business show experience, and working with us and helping on that.
You guys made it super easy. So I thank you guys for that, being able to communicate with you guys and get in contact with you guys. I think from a business standpoint, being able to utilize you and talk to you about different ideas and being able to access you makes it easier. And I think that's part of making it a success. The other portion is that, all the constituents that came out and the constituents that have come back that have talked about the experience, talking to you, taking photos with you, kind of adds to that experience. It's interesting when you have a radio personality at your shop and people listen to the show, but they don't know what you look like because they know your voice, but they don't know your face. And
we thought you were so much more handsome than your based on your voice.
No, indeed. But your haircut was fresh.
My haircut was awesome. That was the best looking feature I had. I sat in that chair and it was just an incredible experience. And man, I think I got the works, right?
You did.
It was amazing. It was nothing short of amazing, and it made me really rethink how I look at the haircutting experience. It really made me rethink it. And it was so pleasurable and relaxing and cathartic. It was phenomenal, and I imagine you get that feedback often.
Often, most of the time after they wake up out the chair.
Yeah, absolutely. So you got people that are regulars who just kind of now come by the shop and hang out for a few minutes and chat with the barbers. You're seeing that kind of old school feel happening?
Absolutely.
Because it has an old school feel just to look at it.
Oh, absolutely.
It's very comfortable, but very attractive, but in a very old school sort of way. You got that people showing up on a regular basis and just saying hi to so-and-so.
Yep, exactly. And I think that's what it's all about. We have, of course, John Pryor, our general manager. He's a big golf enthusiast, so he has several people that have come to the shop that play golf, and they come by just to talk about golf games or new courses they played, not necessarily to even get a haircut, just to stop by and chat. And then they go on their way and come back for a cut or make an appointment for a haircut later.
Yeah, I think that's fantastic. By the way, it's V as in Victor, barbershop.com. And if you look up put in Energy Corridor into search, it'll come up.
Yes, correct.
Yeah, and you can't miss it. And those are photos actually from the Energy Corridor.
Yes, they are.
Yeah, they're fantastic. You just look at it, it's like when someone initially just looks into this website, the first thought that comes to mind is I want to visit that place.
It's a pretty cool place.
It really is. And so, and you guys have a cool story. For those who aren't familiar, Bryant is a medical doctor, and this is something that he did to, not only to augment his income, but augment your interest as well.
Exactly. We've always been, so myself and my business partner, Elijah Bernard.
He's an engineer, right?
He actually is a business. He's a business person.
Got it. Yeah.
And so we decided that, we were always into male grooming because you have to be well groomed in that industry that we were both in. But we liked it personally, and trying to do something that was less stressful than our day jobs, so to speak.
Right.
Fun and fun place to hang out.
Yeah. No question about it. And I got to meet your family. Got to meet your dad. He was cool.
Yeah. No, Dad's a fun guy. He's definitely a fun guy.
He enjoyed your interview, by the way. He thought you were a rock star.
Yes, indeed.
Yeah, you gotta love that when Dad thinks that. That's awesome. All right, Bryant, always glad to see you. I do want to remind the listener that they can go to V's Barbershop to learn more. Bryant Pryor has been our guest, and good seeing you, buddy.
Good seeing you.
All right, when we come back, much more for you. We want to remind you, best content here does show up over there at usatoreview.com, and this is The Price of Business.